me, listen. We're gonna go through trials and tribulations or whatever in life, and our teams are gonna go through trials and tribulations. An example of that is I'm a diehard. I gotta say, Washington Commanders. I want to say the other thing, but I don't want to be offensive or nothing. So I'm a diehard Washington Commanders fan. There's nothing you can say or do that's gonna change my mind. And when we finally got JD, that he started to rewrite our story. So I'm gonna stick with my team. I'm gonna believe in my team. Sometimes stuff don't happen in the way we want it to, but these players need us. And look at them. Our team is losing like crazy. We need to be able to build them up. Not only to build them up, we need to be able to build each other up as fans, because a lot of people in the chat be crashing out, and sometimes y'all might think it's a joke, but they be for real. And you can tell how they be for real by the way they keep repeating and putting stuff in there, and they react to stuff. Oh, your Giants. Your Giants.
Can you do me a favor and see if in there? See if I'm in there. I think I'm in there, but I can't see because I'm in the. It says it, I guess, on my Six Women Sports.
Yeah, you are. You in here?
Because as far as the live,
yes, you're connected to my live. At the top, when you do this, when I come over to yours, at the top, you'll have to show me how to do it. But at the top, it's gonna have your symbol. It's gonna have the little YouTube thing, and it's gonna have a check.
I saw it.
Okay. Yep. So. Just like when I sync with my phone and my computer, my iPhone syncs with the Mac. So I see the sharing link.
So what I was gonna say is, look, you're the positive comforter, and I'm not necessarily like that because
I think I listen, because in due time I'll share more of my testimonies. But you have to be, when you go through so much in life, you don't have no choice but to be more positive, because what is it gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It'll tear your body out. That's true. If you keep doing that, you know what I mean?
But I will say this:
I believe in people. I believe in.
I believe in Angel. I believe in Angel.
No. I'm saying I believe.
I know. But the rest of them are like, oh my God.
Look, we could believe that Bam Bam need to be on the bench coming off in selective minutes.
Not only bench, she need to be out the league. I'm like, oh my God, no disrespect.
Well, that's somebody. That's somebody's job, so I'm not gonna mess with you.
I know we got 20 players. We got like 20 players in the league. I'm like, why are you here? Why are you here?
BD, it's up to the team as a whole to rise up or just lay down. It's up to them to recover and end up on high note and stay wounded. I know.
But look, like I said, it's okay if they can win. They just have to. Angel just have to play out her mind. What I mean by that, she don't have to score a lot, but she have to make sure that everybody doing what they supposed to be doing, and they have the right lineups, and then the right players at the right time. He mess up they have momentum, but he messes
up the rotation. I know.
Yeah. Every time bring in Rachel, I'm like, ugh.
Every time she gets a hot hand, and that's why I was like, Angel, we need that B more coming out in every single game. Now that you know what's up, girl, bring it out.
Exactly.
Miller gave
it drives me nuts.
Y'all will win games too. I think like K-Step said, I really think that when Lisa came, it wasn't just Angel. Camilla, I know it's almost as if, they're twin towers, right? So they got this chemistry. So you already know they're talking outside of, basketball or whatever the case may be. So what I saw last game, somebody said something to Camilla that works. And I don't believe, you have the coaches there say different things or whatever. It wasn't that. We watched all these games. It wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody put something in Mills' ear to say, if you want it, go get it, because I know you can do it. As if she was reading Keisha's lips through the play-by-play, because Keisha was on her, and then she started, I'm just messing, but she did start playing good or whatever and stuff like that. So to me, for that last game for them to dominate like that, hey, the same way you help me, can you bless and help my twin? And we saw that last game. Not just her. It's like Lisa was at Unrivaled. Whoever wanted to help or whatever, she was there to help them out. And it shows what Teaspoon did for the girls in Unrivaled, and it shows what Lisa Leslie did for the girls in Unrivaled. Because you remember Unicorn Lisa was helping Unicorn too. So it just plays a role. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And sometimes you have to get on that person's level to get them to understand what you're saying. And it works. I'm telling you, it works. What you think, Ms. D?
Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you now.
Okay. The reason why I said it, big girl typed in something. I was trying to say, hey. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I agree with you, but like I said, game by game. But this game definitely they can win. They just have to play like I want them to play.
Yeah. Okay, I see you. You were able to say, hey, but that's okay. You got in the chat to say something or whatever.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. What the heck? I'm right.
That's okay. You figuring it out.
Yeah. Thanks, big girl, for coming.
The chemistry tonight is the key. The Valkyries are scrappy and going to fight to the end. Sky gotta be locked in, ready. Yeah, Donna, they do. It's gonna take the chemistry of the team. They are going to have to work together. I don't care. Not everybody gonna like you. Not everybody gonna care to be hanging whatever, kiki and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, at least you're gonna respect me and let us play together. Michaela, I believe that, big girl.
Exactly. Michaela played good defense.
Nick is the key to
play her more.
He need to play her. He didn't even play her like that guy.
Exactly. And try Maddie out. Try Maddie. You see, look. Did you see last night? You see how the Mystics played mostly all their players, including the rookies?
Yeah.
You see that? That's how you have to trust. Come on now. Look, like I keep saying.
You got to remember who he coming out front of. Him and Teaspoon tight. So, he coming from the Teaspoon. He was with Teaspoon on our team last year.
Right. But what I'm saying is, Tyler, you can't get no worse than Rachel Battle on defense and offense. Because, okay, it was a game. They could have had 5 to 6 wins. It was a game where, remember how Rebecca Allen was getting cooked by Ryan Howard when Rebecca Allen was on her. Now, when Michaela was on her, she played her pretty good. She didn't get off like that. And so he didn't realize that, and he set Michaela and never put her back on Ryan Howard. And that was a game that they could have won. It was not like they was getting blowed out,
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know what his whole point of doing that was. Big girl said the Sky will need Maddie and Michaela defense. Kia Nurse needs limited minutes. He did that one game, big girl. We ain't seen that since then when he limited Nurse minutes. But something tell me he don't think like we do. Oh gosh, go grab the oil. Ms. D, he don't think like we think. We see what works. You know what I'm saying? You done broke it down, big girl, Donna and Jay Capone and stuff. We see what works, but he goes away from what works. He don't think like that. Let's see what we'll know within that first and second quarter what he's gonna kind of do. Is he gonna kind of roll with the same stuff he's been doing, or is he gonna make a change or whatever? That's gonna be the thing. But it's gonna take the team to take it into their own hands when they get on that court. If they're hungry enough for it, then they will win. If they not, then we're gonna see something like a couple of the last games. But sometimes it takes for that one good win like that for them to come together and say, hey, I don't want this to keep happening. And at least, hey, if if it happens, it's not like a 20-point, 10-point. No, let it be like 5. Or, let us see your effort. Let us see you fight for it. You know what I'm saying? When you're in the game tonight.
Look, we did have one big win. We beat the Sparks, and then we came back and laid an egg.
No, I'm saying like their chemistry. This was the first time everybody was on one accord. When you're on one accord, everything go good. This last game, everybody was on one accord.
Yeah.
Miss D, give me 1 second.
I want to see what y'all saying in the chat. Yeah, Bam Bam played pretty good. She didn't try to take over the game, but that's how she had to be the rest of the game. She can't take over. Angel said something to her, and she got her in check. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you know, like when you cool with people and you communicating with them, when you tell them something like that, they don't become offended by it. You know what I'm saying? They hear you and they know they got to get it together. So it's like it's a respect thing, you know. He has to play HBL more than Bam Bam because HBL is faster than Bam Bam and more scrappier. Yeah, she is. He does. Let's see, guys, because he is, man, Bam Bam can do no wrong in his eyes. He do. We're gonna see how it goes. No, she didn't, BD. For real? Are you serious, Miss D? BD, you for real? Is that what she said?
What happened?
BD said she told her stop. You know.
Something like that.
He just breaking it down. He just trying to be nice. Only BD. Man, look, sometimes you got to keep it real. People like, I'm telling you, I love it. I love it when the B more comes out in Angel. I love it. It's great. Hey, Mamu. Yeah. Thank you, Wody. I appreciate it. I just really watch whatever Keisha do. Like whatever team she do on the play-by-play, that's what I watch. So like tonight she's doing 2 play-by-plays. I think Miss D, don't Dallas play tonight?
Yep, Dallas play tonight, and I gotta see who else.
Dallas play against who tonight?
I don't know. That I don't know.
See, I don't know who they play against. I just know who we play against. Okay, so Wody, that game, Dallas game is at 8 if you're on Georgia's time or whatever, and then 10 o'clock for our game for Chicago tonight. People forget that Bam Bam has been a bench warmer for a while, and this is the first time she's been called on to perform.
Yeah, Bam Bam.
They play the Fever tonight. Paige play Fever. Oh, it's time.
And guess what? And Paige gonna light them up because they had,
Paige gonna light them up. I know.
The Fever lost to the Sparks, so I know the Dallas just as good as the Sparks are. So yeah.
Yeah. Look.
But you know what? Go ahead.
No, it's just like Dallas thinking like we are. Dallas like, look, each game, we just gonna take our time with each game, see what happens.
You know what, Dallas? You know what happened? They saw what the Mystics was doing, and they started to play Zay James, and they started to play Quinley. They started to play more rookies than Paige, so that's good. And they starting to see that they mix it in with the rookies with the vets.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it. That's exactly
how you got to play Maddie. So what's going on? It got to be something going on in practice that you're not playing Maddie and you'll play a player like Rachel, who to me can't move like that. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Right.
Rachel and Rebecca, she had her knee problems, and then but they basically been the last few years, besides the Sky picking them up, they basically and Kia Nurse. I'm sorry, Kia Nurse had the injuries. All three of those players was basically being bench warmers. They not
Mm-hmm.
y'all treating them like starters. Along, you put them alongside Angel Camilla, and that's like, so yeah.
Yeah. Let me see what the biggest. They are playing at the AA Center and it's sold out. Couldn't get tickets. I might go down there and watch it on the jumbo TV outside. She's talking about the Dallas one, the Dallas and the Fever game. What Donna say? Big girl. That just shows how the W only cater to certain players. Others get caught up in the wash. They say a lot about development, and the W is horrible. Yeah, you see how guys, did you see that? I don't know how real it is, but it had Kathy stuff at the bottom. Somebody posted it was on threads where crazy, but was it Satu said they don't need to be playing all them games back to back, and she said something about if you can't handle it, you shouldn't be in the league. I'm like, what? What Wody saying? Wody say rookies are hungry. Old school coaches got to give these players
That
young
too.
players a chance. Yeah, they do.
That too got her nerves. And you know why? Because she been injured the last few years. Unless she was faking it, she been injured the last few years, and now finally she's healthy. So now she want to talk junk. Come on, Satu.
Satu don't care. She don't care. She do not care. She gonna okay. She gonna say whatever she want to say. Look, she don't really have a filter. Just close it, Kylan. She don't really have a filter on. So she gonna say whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they really do. They really got to give these rookies a chance. Get them a chance to get warm on the floor. Don't just throw in one game out of 11 games and say, "Hey, you're gonna win us the game," or whatever the case may be. Get them a chance, to be out there for a while and get used to it and get comfortable.
Well, why don't I can't say it. Why don't they do this instead of playing either Rachel or Rebecca? Mix in Maddie. One of them have to not play, so we can see Maddie instead of Rachel or Rebecca, because they cannot be the starters. If I
Uh-huh.
see Rachel Benham the starter, it's over with. I'm sorry, I'm through. I'll pull my hair out if I see Rachel or Rachel, especially Rachel, but Rachel and Rebecca, no. I'll pull my hair out.
Don't pull your hair out, Miss D. Yeah, don't pull your hair out. Look, keep your hair in. It's gonna work out. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna all work out. We just got to go with the flow. Okay, bye, Colin. It says the W got to get out. Okay, the W got to get out the Stone Age thinking. The vets are supposed to start even if they not producing. It's a new day. Put in the rookies. You drafted them. Let them play. Mumu, yeah. So yeah, that's what they got to do to get them a chance. I think this year, like the rookies, they hungry. They want to play. They want people to see them, in the W play their game. But they can't do that if you don't allow them to play more than just like 5 minutes out of 11 games or 10 minutes out of 11 games. Far as the Sky and the other teams, like they got to get off of that. They got to let these girls play because they could be the missing pieces if they just play them. Miss D, give me 1 second, right? And I'll come back. Talk to the chat till I get right back.
Okay, let me see. Uh, Donna, you're right. I might be having to pull my hair. And then now in the rotations, but what we want far as common sense. Coach Whispers don't don't go by what he needs to, but maybe Rena and Coach Tanisha Wright need to pull them to the side like, look, this ain't gonna get it. Angel need to speak up too. Don't be afraid, Angel. This is your team. Speak up, speak out. The rookies, you see, like I said, you see what the Mystics doing. They letting the rookies play, and they a lot of their rookies are rookie of the year candidates like Kiki, and especially Sonia Citron. Then you got younger players who they second year, Lucy Olson, who played at Iowa with CC. Then you got Shakira Austin, who playing pretty good. And you also have Edwards, who came back. So we need some younger coaches, young intelligent coaches, not young and soft coaches like Tyler Marsh. No disrespect. Go ahead.
No, keep going, Miss D. You good? Oh, Mrs. has 3 rookies and they played their butts off. I know. But he coming from the sky, so we that helps us see like how Teaspoon and the other coaches really played a part in these players. You know what I'm saying? Where you see one person in somebody ill, you know what I'm saying, and the rest of them like, what in the world's going on type of thing. So I'm quite sure it'll be great if they play their rookies. They're gonna have to if they want to win some games. It all depends on what their intentions are. But yeah, they did really good yesterday. And I was saying that when it comes to the Mystics, I was like, they just need to learn how to close some games out. They closed it out last night, I tell you that. But the Mystics, they're really doing good with him. That's what I'm talking about. When you love and trust and respect your coach, or your coach has your best interest, and you see that he wants to see the best in you, you're going to do whatever it takes when you get on that floor, win or lose. You're going to fight to win. You're going to do your best and go from there. But when your coach is not investing in you like that, the puzzle pieces are going to be so disconnected. They're not going to glue together unless, like we seen last game, where the players took matters into their own hands, and you know what I'm saying, and we won the game. But let that girl play. You got her on that bench. You drafted her. Let her play. And so what? If she messes up, okay, at least let her get in there. You got to know how to use her, though. That's another thing, too. When you put the rookies out, know how to use your rookies. Know how to include them in those rotations the right way. You haven't been playing her like that. Don't put her out there and have her play the whole quarter, or have her play this amount of minutes, or put her in between. Do not put her in third quarter. I say, look, put her in any other quarter, but when it comes to that third quarter, don't do it. Plus, there's no jealousy. You don't hear none about players not liking each other. Right. You don't. That looked like a team that wants to win. That looked like a team working together or whatever. Hey, Alan, that's a team like wanting to win. They want to work together or whatever and stuff like that. You don't see that. You don't see no hate. You don't see no upset. You don't see no hero ball. You don't see Edwards saying, "Hey, that's my spot." You don't see her reaction like that. You don't see her acting like that. She's been a great team player to Citron and Kiki. Real head coaches, no seat filler like Tyler. He needs to start possible as an assistant or stick with developing, not ready for head coach position anywhere. I know. And then they watching this. They watching this. And what bothers me is when when somebody acting up or not doing right, and then you sitting up there encouraging them, like the reporters and all that. First they was like laughing and stuff. Now you're like, oh, no, we're not talking about personality coaching. We're not talking about that. We're talking about how he runs those rotations, how he runs those plays, what we're seeing. is how the atmosphere is, how the division is, how the puzzles are not being glued together. That's what we're seeing. We are quite sure he's probably a great person, great dad, whatever the case may be. But we talking about his job. This is your job. You have to separate your job from your family. You do. Not like that. You know what I mean? Not like that, but there has to be like, okay, this is basketball. You know your family and stuff come first. So if you sign yourself up for a coaching position, those players become your family because they're going to be around you a lot of time, and they're going to be watching you. You're going to be teaching them. So they become not just your players or your students, they become your family too. And so when you want your family to win, the same way you want your family to win, when you want your team to win, your players to win, BD, they're always doing that, putting all them games on at one time. At least Dallas at 8 and Chicago at 10. Who would have thought that the Mystics would be 8-8? Yeah, right. Not even. I think people were looking more at Dallas and people were looking at Dallas. They had a fan fever. They were looking at Dallas, the Fever, the Aces, the Lynx, the Liberty, those type of teams. They were not thinking about Atlanta Dream. They were not thinking about the Mystics. They were not thinking about Chicago. They had Chicago at the bottom. But see, this is the thing. They had us at the bottom in a rival. We turned that thing around. So sorry guys, anything can happen. Ms. D, what you think about that? About the Mystics being at 8?
Oh yeah, I'm very surprised about that. I'm very surprised.
Who are the teams you surprised about?
Them, the Mystics, because I was surprised at how their rookies are playing like wise beyond their years, and I'm surprised about the Bucks because they had some injuries and they brought some players in, and they brought in a young lady they let go, and she was playing good before they let her go. She came back and played pretty good. So the Bucks and the Mystics and Dallas, I'm very happy that they're playing better.
And BD brought up a good one too. Who thought the Mercury would be 11-4? What was your thoughts on the Mercury?
Yes, I was shocked on the Mercury because remember Diana Taurasi retired. They got rid of PG
left.
Yep, and Sophie, who played good with them, and Natasha Cloud. So they lost a lot of veterans, and I thought they was going to be kind of a struggle. Maybe they make the playoffs, and maybe they be in like a 6th or 7th place. I didn't see them, being as good as they are. So yeah, that's a shock. I forgot about them. And AT, the way she playing, she almost at MVP level. Then Satu, I knew she was gonna have a good season, but I didn't think she was gonna be like an MVP candidate. So yeah, that's a good spot.
I know everybody was a little nervous about little Satu out there. But she seemed to be doing all right for herself. So that's good. Yeah. I was not expecting. Well, I said yes, I was, because when we started, Ms. D, when the games first started, I said something's different. The atmosphere is different. Something's going on. Even with the championship team, something's just not right across the board. Even with the Liberty and stuff, they are winning. They get winning all these games, but it's just something about it where, okay, I need to see that fire. Come on, let's get some games in there. It's hard for us to even watch our games when we getting blown out 30. You know what I'm saying? So, but we watch it because that's our team. But still, like all across the board, it's like it's any man's game. It's any man's game. I don't care what it looks like. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, these teams are up at the top, but anybody can take over. We still got all these games to play, guys. So we just don't know. We just don't know how it's gonna go. Oh, you think that's who's gonna be Rookie of the Year? It seemed like they already got the blueprint out for either Kiki or Paige, but more Paige. Who you think? Who you got for the rookie of the year, Miss D?
Oh, I'm sorry. Dang, I was on mute. No, I was
Oh,
saying Paige because even though she missed 4 games, she still put up big numbers. Now McCoy is playing pretty good on a good team, but it's still Paige. It's not that they gave it to her. It was easier for her to say that they gonna give it to her, but she actually putting up points. She actually
yeah,
putting up
no. I'm sorry.
so.
I didn't mean to say it that way.
But
Yeah,
I know what you're saying. I
she
know
got
what you're saying.
okay.
Right. It was kind of ordained for her to do it, but she did actually live up to the hype.
They didn't just give it to her like
Right. They gave her the
yeah,
hype, but she lived up to it. And then the
yeah.
second place will be either Kiki. Third place will be Pow Pow. It could change. Maybe the somebody get an injury and then Pow Pow, she putting up good numbers. So it could be like this. It'll be Paige, Kiki, Pow Pow, Citron, then Monique McConaughey, like
Mhm.
that, and then go from there. So yeah, Paige would be the rookie of the year. It's deserved. It's deserved
Yeah,
because
because
she had all that pressure on her. Remember, even though Enrique is there, we all know now that Dallas Wings is Paige team. That's her team now. That's her team.
it's okay, long as it doesn't. The thing is, when we have the players, it be their team. It's like, come on, let's just work together. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I'm not saying like that. What I'm saying is, she had that pressure.
Yeah.
Enrique. You know.
Yeah.
But listen, I got a question. Now you are the encourager. How can you encourage DeWanna Bonner, who's probably has some issues in Indy? That's why she probably walked away, even though she took the money at first. What are some of the things that you would say to DeWanna?
Well, she made a comment saying she's not a quitter, and when everything comes out, be as loud as you were when you were being mean to. In so many words, be while you being mean and throwing all the shade. When you see what happens, be as loud when it comes out. So for me, with DB, it's a hard decision when you're talking about a job, because we don't know the insides of somebody's personal life. Yes, yeah, she went and she took the money. If you had another team and somebody offered you more money, you would even take it, because you'd be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I've dealt with certain things like this. It's probably not as bad, but I know it's going on, but it's probably not as bad. So what I would tell her, hey, we all make mistakes. We all sign up for jobs just because sometimes we sign up for jobs for the money and not putting the thought in for what your mental. And for me, it started off like that, but then it was like, hey, I'm gonna and it wasn't my students. I taught 12 and a half years. Hey, I'm getting ready. I'm gonna have to leave. I'm gonna have to like retire from teaching pre-K, right? And so it's more of my mental state. My mental state was like, hey, I'm here at this place from 7 a.m. to 4 or 5. Teachers going in and out. You may have to stay, whatever the case may be. No $20 job is going to cover my mental. And so when you have all that stuff kicking in and all the other stuff kicking in or whatever coming at you, for me, it's my mental over money. It's my kids and my family, God first, over money. Because if I have all of that, gotta make sure I got the rest, right? So for DB, she probably just took a chance because of the money. She thought it wasn't gonna be as bad, and it wound up being a whole different story. And when she's ready, she will sit down and tell her story. What we need to do is stand up for her. Even though she made that decision, she got out of that decision. She didn't continue to stay the whole year. Kudos to her for leaving and standing her ground. Some would stay and still deal with that, knowing that their mental health is going crazy or whatever. And you also got to remember she has kids. So whatever decision she makes, it has to be around her family too. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes even with all of the drama with that team, it could also be your kids are not fitting in. Your kids are homesick. You just never know when it comes to a person. It's a person when they have kids, when they're dealing with job decisions, on what's the best interest for their family. You don't know if they inside what bills they have to pay, who they covering, who they helping out. So with DB, hey, she went over there, she found out what was going on, and she left, and God's going to open up another door. At least she got out and didn't stay complacent.
Sometimes she didn't want to play with her girlfriend because she could have went over there before the season. But other teams was not gonna pay her that $250,000, obviously. Yeah, and I think Stephanie White probably hooked that up. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? You go for it. She went. What I'm saying is she went for the money. But the question is, why did she go for the money? Not, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We don't know the ins and outs of her personal life and why she did that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm glad that she got out. When it comes to someone's mental health, get out. You can get another job. You can get you got to know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and you can get another job where they appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to take a pay cut. I took a $7 pay cut from 20 to taking a $7 pay cut because I chose my mental over, you know what I'm saying, over the money. But that's just me, you know.
Oh, you're right. But see, you know what? Maybe it's something going on in that organization as far as
of course
as we
allegedly
a certain player act like a spoiled brat.
Yeah,
she seemed like she can do no wrong, and the other player, you know what shocked me is that you bring in the vets, excuse me, you bring in Natasha Howard, you bring in a Sydney Colson, who's a locker room person who been in the league for years, who won championships. You bring in, who else they bring in? You bring in Sophie Cunningham. So you bring in these players. Then you have Kelsey Mitchell. So you have these players, and they didn't protect. You said her. There should have been protection for her, to the point where she didn't want to leave, even though it wasn't going good on the basketball court for her. Where was the other veterans to kind of come around her? I don't get why.
Right, and
it's like they punked out too. They punked.
Yeah, and when you're in that, right, and when you're in that type of environment, you're gonna need somebody in there to be. Come on, you know, like come on, you're gonna have my back.
It's too many veterans. Exactly, they should have came.
But I said, right. I said when everybody was like, "This is super team, this is dream team, this blah blah blah." I said, it's too many hero ballers in there. Somebody is gonna have to sacrifice. And one of the people we said was DB, and that's not right. And somebody
sacrificed her. What happened was Sophie came back from injury, but what happened? The other players should have came around and say, you know what it was. I think that CC, you know what I'm talking about, CC. She's getting away with a lot of stuff that we don't know about behind the scenes. And it seems like they're afraid to check that situation instead of going to Stephanie White or going to management. Like, look, you know, we have to play as a team. It's no one person bigger than the team, even though you want to make her that way. And so that's why I think she left too, because as a veteran, that's some of the perks of being a veteran, that you have some kind of say so. And I felt like she didn't have any say so when certain things was coming down. And I also, you notice. Everybody kept even from people the outside, right. Even the fans, the Fever fans, they every time CC get into it with somebody or get pushed around a little bit, which is normal. You know, they act like it's not normal. They want them to be like bodyguards, and I think she got tired of that enforcer. She didn't come here for that. She didn't come here to be an enforcer. Because her value as a vet is more than being Caitlin Carr's bodyguard or babysitter. So that kind of took a toll.
They said Alan said DB put too much work into being mistreated. Yeah, she did. She did. And that's the one thing. You ain't never heard her complain and stuff like that or whatever, that type of player. So for her to do something, and she didn't even come out and say all of this, you know, they just put it out there or whatever and stuff like that. So they respect her in the league. Whether I don't care what Annie say, I don't care what she say, whatever the case may be, and all that kind of stuff. She's very I did not deal with Annie. She's very sarcastic, I think, and
She
she
is.
tried to be funny. She tried to be funny and do little digs or whatever and stuff like that. You don't know who gonna pick her up. How dare you go get up there and think, oh well, nobody's gonna take her because she's on this vet thing and blah blah blah. Nobody cares about that.
They'll pick her up. They'll pick her up.
Yeah,
She's
but
to take a pay
was
cut.
up there. She
Right.
done went on all on. I said this lady ain't never popped up on my TikTok. Now all of a sudden she popped up on my TikTok.
I haven't seen her on TikTok. Okay,
And
that's
she had
good. I want
something
to
to
see
say,
her.
and I was like,
And you see Pope D Frank in her DMs, just like bullying her.
Well, when they did that show, Keisha and them did the show last night. I couldn't even deal with that type of stuff because that's not that type of stuff is not funny. That type of stuff is scary. That type of stuff is like
you ain't got no. I mean, yes, it's sad because you make money by slurping Caitlin Clark. You also make money
that's
by
all right. He
by
gonna
bashing
be the
Angel.
example. He can ready be the example because
He is, but she might sue him.
He can ready be the example because that right there, that's not somebody that like just dislike a person. That's somebody that's straight up evil to do something like that. That's.
And then why would you clown? You don't even know that lady. Why would you get her DMs and try to diss her about her situation with the fever, Dewana? That's so silly.
Yeah. Look, let me tell you. I know from a mama's point of view that when she made this decision, she had all her ducks in order when she made the decision to leave. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know why she went up there and he clout chasing BD. I don't know why she went up there and said anything about DB. Let DB speak. And when she did speak, she said, I hope it be loud when everything come out. I hope it be louder from all the hate and all the, all the criticism and stuff.
And I wish she could say what exactly happened because it had to be something
bad inside
the locker room. You know that?
Yeah,
but yeah.
She may say something and she may never say something. It's just like what Skylar said. Skylar said, I done played the whole year. You guys didn't know nothing that was going on.
Well, you know what? That's because Skylar's still playing. But you think if Dewana Bonner retire after this year, or maybe she don't, or she just retire after the year after the next, you think she'll say something after she retire? What happened in the locker room? Because people gonna ask her.
She I don't know. Sometimes you don't even want to deal with that. And sometimes everything ain't meant for everybody to know. In life, we tell you what we want. Some now. You tell people what you want them to know, and some stuff ain't meant for them to know. I don't care how close you are. Some stuff is just between you and God or whoever. You know what I'm saying? You just can't tell everybody everything because, you're going to get the hits from both areas. Who wants that extra stress? So, no, true. You know what I'm saying? She got kids and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You think it might be CC related? You think she's just a spoiled brat?
Miss D, we already know what the deal is.
Right.
What K-Tap say was understood don't have to be said. That's where I'm gonna leave that one at.
But I wonder that Alyssa Thomas say, look, I got you, don't go over there. I mean, I know they offer you this money, don't go over there. And she's like, well, it's gonna be okay because Stephanie over here, Steph got my back, and Steph running herself. She got her own problem. She can't help you. So Steph had her own problems. I thought she probably thought, okay, Steph go protect me, but Steph can't protect herself.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Steph got a whole lot of stuff going on for herself. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But see, I think Steph probably promised her some stuff, and it didn't work out because stuff happened to Steph that she couldn't really protect her. Like she promised, probably. She promised this. She promised. It got to be something more just the money. She probably promised. It is
because you see how they said, oh, Stephanie gonna be out for the rest of the year, and then they come back and make that lady show up for work. So if they don't care about you having personal family reasons or whatever the case, whatever she said or whatever she told them, that go to show you right there how that organization is. They care to a certain point, but they were like, oh no, you ain't leaving us the rest of the year. You just never know. You just never know. But I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to that team and everything around it, you're also condoning that stuff. So that got to be stressful too, that you're condoning stuff that's not right. You know, send them young thug to boot camp. Keep them big gangsters out the league. Yeah. Let look. Alan funny.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're right. You're right, Alan, because it's just crazy. But we know that's part of it too. It's just a lot. It's a lot in there. The hate, it's just so much, and everybody not lying. You know what I'm saying? When you have more than 2 to 3 people saying the same thing, everybody not lying about it. What's sad
So
is,
go ahead.
huh?
Go ahead. Go ahead. You said what's sad? Go ahead.
It's just sad that players are gonna have to be forced to that team.
Well, not necessarily, no. Next year, everybody on a 1 year deal. What's gonna happen is, unless they like they pay, well, they still ain't gonna come, even though they paid Dewana Barner that $250,000. They not gonna, even with that money, a lot of players ain't gonna want to play. What's gonna happen is they gonna have to get some younger players or players that want to be in the league. They be like the entry team where they just come in and say, okay, I play here, I don't want to, but at least it's a WNBA spot, and or rookies, so they gonna be real young, and yeah, ain't nobody gonna go there. It's worse than the sky, and the sky problems, as far as yeah, it's worse. It's toxic. The sky already toxic, not the players
Yeah,
ain't
but
toxic.
they always want to talk about the sky. They don't
No,
want to
no,
talk about
but no,
anybody
but
else.
what make it toxic is not the players. I don't blame them. I blame Jeff. That's
Hmm.
what I'm saying. So until they get the Jeff cancer out of there, it's gonna be hard for the skies. Be hard, and then get the CC, get her some discipline, and get some real veterans in there that's gonna bop her aside the head.
It's
Hey,
like if they really cared about, um, if they really care about Caitlyn, they would let her know the truth regardless of the consequences. But she doesn't have that. Her family, her parents probably tell her, "Girl, you know how you, girl, you're not doing right." You know what I'm saying? But when people act out like that, guys, you always got to go back to their childhood. It starts in the foundation of learning starts in the home. You go back to that childhood and you take it to where she is now, and you'll find a missing piece of the puzzle of what's going on with her. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to take the time to do that. So instead of them taking the time to do that, they want to just condone the behavior. That's the
well,
worst thing.
maybe she never had nobody say no, because remember she said out her own mouth, I could do the F I want to do. So
That's
meaning that she's
but
probably was doing what she wanted to do up to this point, and nobody really got to her and
no,
said
that's
that's not cool.
no. They probably they open up the door to something. They open up the door to something, and they better be prepared for what comes next. And if she do go off and do something that they least suspected, guess what? It's on their hands because they had the opportunity and the time to help. Just like with Dennis Rodman, they had the opportunity and the time to help with the people that were surrounding him, and they didn't do it. He got a phenomenal daughter playing soccer. Is she playing soccer? Um, Trinity. I think Trinity plays soccer. It would have been nice if they were had surrounded him with the right people, even if he say no, but just to be surrounded. But everybody wanted to fit in and say yes, yes, yes. We're gonna just have us some fun or whatever. Until something happens. Oh, now he this or now he that. But when you was around him, you didn't say he was this or that, or he tripping, or he's not a good person.
But it's not that he's not a good person, but it started.
No,
If
I'm
you
just
really
saying. I'm just saying, like,
right, right.
I'm just giving an example of how the people that are around him, you know what I'm saying, like the so-called friends and stuff.
Exactly.
It-
They enable him to party and drink, and
and
but
yeah,
they don't understand that his childhood was kind of complicated with the relationship with his mom. She loved him, but she didn't know how to love him. So he, for all this time, he don't know how to love because his mother didn't know how to love. Even though she loved him, she didn't. Okay, I can't describe it. You could love somebody, but you have to show the action words. I mean, actually show in a physical, try to and being there as for your kids. She provided, but she wasn't emotionally available. That's what I'm trying to say. And he didn't get that love at home. And even she admitted that she didn't give him that emotional support that he needed because his father wasn't there, and she was busy raising 2 other kids, and she was by herself. They was poor, so the emotional support that he should have gotten as a kid, he didn't get. And she said that. If you watch, it was a documentary about Dennis Rodman. It was making me cry. It was so sad. And he resented his mom.
It's fair for his daughter too, because his kids, but his daughter was speaking, and even to now, she just wanted her dad.
Like, well, he don't know how to do that.
Right. That's what
he needed the help. He needed, like you said, he needed the help a long time ago. Because did you hear the story? Like when he was playing with the Pistons, before he got to the Bulls and won more championships, he wanted to kill himself. Well, he wanted to delete himself. Excuse me. He wanted to delete himself. He was in the parking lot of the Palace with a shotgun, and he wanted to end it. So
yeah, he was doing. He's been through a lot, and he was doing some stuff on the with Chicago too. So, but like I said, that's what I was saying. It all goes back to their childhood and stuff like that. And it's just sad, but that's what I'm saying. Your surroundings make a difference.
But see what she had up to compared to C. I can't even talk. I'm losing my voice. But CC seemed to have 2 parents. I don't know what's going on in that house. I mean, I don't know what was going on as she was growing up.
It don't matter. Even if you have 1 parent, you have 2 parents.
I know. I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that foundation starts in that home. Whatever it is, it's coming from there. It's something in there. And when they and you know what I'm saying, like instead of them trying to come together and help her, they're condoning it, or whatever. Not probably so much as her parents and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we were Patricia. We were just saying like, how the players, if they have the right surroundings around them, it makes a big difference. But when you have everybody want to agree and stuff like that, it makes it hard for the person to even get better. As long as you condoning it, the longer they're gonna do it. And then when they snap, that's on your hands, but everybody gonna run. You know what I'm saying?
See the problem, right? It is privilege. You're right. It's white tea privilege, but I think the problem with her is this started way before she got to the FIBA, of course. You have people telling her how good she is, and from what I'm hearing in Iowa, she was throwing tantrums. And the coach was condoning that because they was bringing in money. And so sometimes when a player bring in money or you get winning, you overlook things that you shouldn't overlook. And that's what's going on with her. And it's going to backfire for her because the same thing they accuse Angel of not having as far as the skills, the same thing they're going to accuse her because she's not a complete player yet either. She can be. But we was told that she was in the weight room, but she still looked the same to me, and she's still getting pushed around. And her skills, she's good. She's not the face of the league. Right, we all know that. We all know she's not the face. It's Fee and it's Asia. It's plenty of other players that play better than her. So you just put a lot of you giving her credit, and she's not ready to handle that because she's not very mature. To me, but hey, what do I know?
Hey, and it boils down to BD got a good point. He's got a good point. It's definitely that, and it's it's that and everything else added on to it. No, he don't know that. He does.
Game's on right now.
No, is the game on?
Because you know what? I'm mad.
BD said it's 5 games. BD, you said 5 games.
Game on now?
No, the game. Chicago don't play till 10.
Okay. Well, Stephen A. Smith, and the problem with Stephen A. Smith is that he's bought into this Clayton Clark clout train, and they don't watch. As we know, Stephen A. Smith don't watch basketball. He too busy playing spades on his phone. So we know he don't play. He don't watch no basketball. None of these people watch basketball. They just look at the highlights and they she can put logo threes, but they don't understand that she has no other skills that's just as good as the logo three. She can't pass as good. She pass okay, but then she have turnovers. She could only go one way as far as right. I think she can't go left. Her mid range game is not there. So I don't know what they watching.
Right.
Oh, do you think she autistic? It might be.
Well,
it can be.
You never know. Do I, as an autism mom, see certain things? Yeah. But you know, they used to have so many areas or whatever, but now it's just 1, 2, and 3. So it could be a 1, because the 1 is, you know, it's not like high level or whatever. So it could be.
Everybody was a pistol. It was a young man that played for the
Pistons. My son is 2. He's 7. But the spectrum is large. AL 504. What they did was, when I was teaching, I had kids to come in there that, you know, some had autism or whatever, and it was different levels of it, right? But now, when Kason was 3, when he went to do his test or whatever, they had three categories they could put them in, which was 1, 2, and 3. And then they took some things away that you couldn't put in as your child having autism too. So now they narrowed it down to 3. So it's like either you're high function, middle, or you're a 1. My daughter was nonverbal until she was 6.
Oh wow. Okay.
Kason, let me tell you guys, speech and OT is awesome, because Kason was doing where he could do it all, like and not just saying no numbers and all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He was actually doing, but when he wanted something, he would go get it, or he would say one word. What they did with Kason was they taught him sign language, and he know how to sign language for things that, you know what I'm saying, he wants to. He's talking now. He's 7 now. He's talking now, but he still sign language, does sign language on certain things. You had to do ABA and speech and OT. Yeah, if that's what you want to do, like if you want to do the AB, speech, and OT, you can. And because they learn different, and yeah, everything is sensory. Casey got certain stuff that he eats or whatever, and he will not mess with nothing else, guys. That means he don't eat nobody's bread, okay? He'll eat a waffle, and he'll eat a waffle, but it has to be Eggo. He'll eat the pancakes, but it has to be Eggo. You know what I'm saying? And the only fries he eats is McDonald's fries. You can't trick him. You can't do none of that.
You know what? I wonder. I'm gonna say this. It's gonna sound strange. Now, when of course I'm a little older, they didn't have autism and all that type of stuff, and for a long time I wouldn't speak. I can speak, but I wouldn't speak, and so they kept trying to put me in a lower classes. I wonder that I've never been diagnosed with that, but I just wonder, because they, older, 80s, 90s, they didn't do all that. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
I always wondered that.
And it does, like, BD with the nuggets. He used to eat the nuggets with no problem. Once he got 5, it was like, oh, I don't want the nuggets anymore. So he just eat the nuggets. He eats the hard part. I gotta make them real crunchy. Now I can get away with the nuggets at the house. So make them real.
She's not bipolar. I don't know if she's bipolar. But
my daughter, don't knock it. Miss D, don't knock that.
No, I'm not knocking. No, I'm saying, I'm just saying, I think she's just a spoiled brat, and she got too many people not getting into her, not letting her know that her behavior is not appropriate. She's not a good teammate.
It could be. You just never know until she like come out and say it.
That's true. Jonathan, hey.
Yeah. Hey, Jonathan. Oh, he
But
said
no,
bye.
I'm not saying I'm
He
not
said,
knocking
let
it. Don't
me.
get me wrong. I'm not knocking it. I'm not that.
I mean, we just said it could be so many things. We do know one is privileged. We do know one is spoiled.
But
We do know,
it might be a disorder because, like I said, she don't know. She seemed uncomfortable around. Even I would
but she
say
spoke
I thought
like
uh
she spoke about that. You know how
she's
they
awkward.
do. She spoke like she spoke they was doing invite when they first started
No,
WNBA.
they don't.
They did
No,
this
they
thing
don't.
with mental health, and she was like she does not like she does. Sorry, guys. She does not like she doesn't like to talk in depressors and stuff like that. That
Right,
is one
she's
of her
awkward.
things. Yeah, she
Right.
doesn't. One of her things. But as far as everything else, we don't know. It could be not. Allegedly, it could be all. You just
Because
never know.
think about it. What about I'm gonna come back to CC. What about the other CC, Kennedy Carter? She might have some issues as far as that because she seemed kind of quirky, and it might be something else, and we don't know. You know what I mean? Might be
Yeah,
something.
you just never know. Yeah, me too. I used to I was teaching AL 504. I taught pre-K for 12 years. I but then I left or whatever because I needed to, spend more time with my kids, and then the twins were coming, and so Kason wound up having autism. So I needed to be a job where it was flexible, where I make sure I get to these appointments because these therapy sessions they're about $300 to $400 per 30 minutes
Oh wow.
per out. Yeah, like Kason go three. He was doing 3 times a week or whatever, and
Big
you
you're right.
would
It
be.
might be.
Yeah, we know BD. We know. We just trying to, break down all the scenarios what it could be.
It was a player that
But we
had that.
really don't know.
It was a player that had he retired and he went to take a test. He said, "No wonder I was having problems with certain things, communication, the way he behaved. He couldn't understand it, and they said he
Mm-hmm.
was autistic. And he played in the NBA for like at least almost 10 years. He married, got so you can have a normal life. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can, and you
yeah,
still
definitely,
can, have a
definitely.
number like I
Uh-huh.
never I don't let like nobody put. I'm not the type of parent where you're gonna speak negative over my child or say what they can and cannot do. You know
Exactly,
what I'm
exactly,
saying? I'm the type of
exactly.
person where, oh well, Kason's not doing this. In the name of Jesus, Kason gonna be doing this, and this, and everything that I prayed for his Kason speaking more, talking in complete sentences, guys. Like he said, the four words or whatever. You put whatever you believe in. Put that positive on that child. Put that positive before you think that negative. What I learned in teaching is that we put limits on our kids thinking they can't learn something. My students were 4 and 5 years old. By the time they got out of pre-K, they knew how to read, they knew how to write, they knew how to do addition, they knew how to do the number line, all that stuff. But if you don't present it to them, of course you would think they don't know. But you could put anything in front of a child and teach it to them, and you don't have to force it, or whatever. And guess what? You're gonna see the results, but you got to stay on it. But what Alan say? I know autistic twins personally. I didn't want to touch this out of respect for your child. But if something don't go your way and you don't like it, don't mean you're autistic. The twins I know is different.
True, that's true.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too.
And I
They just
think,
they
go ahead.
putting out like Alan. They just putting out different like scenarios because like AL said, the spectrum is big. It's really big. That's why I know in Georgia they narrowed it down to 3, 1, 2, or 3. It used to be all categories where they used to not put 1, 2, and 3. They used to be like, okay, this is what, from one of my students, they were like, okay, this is what, this is what your child has. This is what's going on, with your child or whatever. It's so many levels to it. It's something like it's big. That spectrum is big.
See, people misunderstand autism. It's not that it's just that they learn different. They can, like she said, BD said his daughter read at 12th grade level adult. Yeah. I mean, they smart. It's just that sometimes they can be verbal and non-verbal. That's all.
Right, BD.
They very smart. It's just they know. So what make them different. They don't know how. Some people are verbal. Some people are not verbal. But they know they very smart. My nephew have it, so he's 22. And he went to normal school and everything. They of course he go to therapy.
Alan. I get you, BD. I get you, AL. I get all of you. You guys got great points and stuff, and everybody situation is different when it comes to autism and stuff. It definitely takes patience and time.
They do. I see how.
And let me tell you, I homeschool Kason. And the reason why I homeschool Kason is because he can get that one-on-one with, one-on-one is good for him. I don't want him to get lost. Like here, because I have friends that are teachers and stuff with special needs and stuff. And they said the limit is 6 kids, but you can have 6 kids now and you could be only catering to one.
Right. That's true.
We not having that, and I'm getting it from the ones that's teaching. You know what I'm saying? So with me, some stuff I don't teach Kason, but Kason knows it, and I'm like, wait a minute, we went over subtraction last week, and you weren't trying to hear it. Now you you gotta stop. I don't compare Kason's level to anybody else's.
Right? You gotta
I just pray and see what works. Because everything is different what works. You probably could sing a song and your child learn that way versus them writing it on the paper. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It's just different techniques to it. Oh, okay, Alan. Thanks. That's good to know. Appreciate it.
What? No, we're just saying it might be something. We're not saying that she has it. We're not saying that.
No. He's just saying he messy. Yeah, he's good. He's good.
But Kennedy might have some, something going on because of the way she acts a little bit. Just not saying she. No, I'm just saying she might.
Yeah, BD, it is. Sometimes it is frustrating, or whatever. But for me, I'll be like, yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Oh,
that was probably on me. Yesterday we were, on Wednesdays I go. No, not yesterday, but the day before. Wednesday, I go to help give out food and free clothes and stuff like that, for the community. And so Kason doesn't usually act like this, BD, but because the kids are out of school, it's a bigger crowd. And it was at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's still, the heat is still out there. So he had a moment all the way. You know how old school way you got to put your child on your side and get them in the car. I had to do that. I had to do that yesterday, and I let him for his little 4 minutes or 3 to 4 minutes, let him calm down, and then I drive off or whatever and stuff like that. But it takes a minute. So, but look,
I don't know if she's bipolar. No, she's not bipolar. I don't know.
We're gonna get through this. And we good parents. You hear me? We good parents. But you know what? I understand where AL is coming from, because my daughter's bestie, you wouldn't even know it. I mean, you wouldn't know it if you knew her. But you could tell. You can tell when they this way, and then they switch up.
Oh, got a troll.
You know it. Once I figure out how to do those wrenches, I'll do that. Okay.
I forgot to do it too.
Big Girl said, there's nothing wrong with Kenny except that she doesn't feel like she gets the respect that she deserves.
No, well,
I think she kind of like, you can also say like, this is like, I had before I stopped researching it. When I was trying to research it because I wanted to know, about bipolar and stuff like that. Guys, it's so many levels to it. It's so many levels to like just like it's so many levels to autism and depression and all that kind of stuff. It's so many levels to bipolar too. So we just never know. We never know, but we
Stop
can
it.
see
She
different.
don't need a foot up her butt.
We can. I'll be messy, but
Well, you know
yeah,
what?
they
I
are
don't know.
calm. I
I
understand
don't know
where
if
you're
it's
coming from.
bipolar, but sometimes Kennedy, she's not a bad person, but Kennedy, if she feel like she being disrespected, her communication skills, maybe it is something with that. Far as saying, "Hey, I don't like the way you did that to me," instead of her talking it out, she use physical threats. You know what I'm trying to say? Like in the other situation she was in Atlanta when she tried to fight a teammate, and then in LA, but maybe she don't know how to deal with that. I don't know.
But and sometimes what we think is normal is not normal because we've been taught that way. But you see signs of different stuff. Like with my oldest is 17, guys, straight A's, 17 straight A's. I don't have to teach him nothing, but he can go to a 10, and it'd be something little. He could miss the school bus, guys, and you think something done happened. He had a 10 because he upset. That was your fault. You missed the school bus. You know what I'm saying? But now that
Right.
he's gotten into jitsu, is it jitsu and boxing or whatever, that helps with his frustration and getting it out or whatever and stuff like that. So sometimes we'll see the signs, we ignore them because we don't know what it's called. We just, to us it seemed like a normal, like, oh, they just throwing a tantrum, they just having a moment. But like I was saying, it's levels to anger, it's levels to depression, it's levels to everything. Even that's what I'm saying. Even with the players, it's levels to their mental, it's levels to our mentals as fans.
You think something going on because nobody picked her up, and they, nobody picked Kennedy up. She's one of if she was in the league, she'd be in the top 15 at least. So is it something that we don't know that they know that she might have some issues?
Well, she hasn't. I haven't, guys. I haven't seen anything. Kennedy hasn't come out with anything saying mental health, how she deals with it, or anything like that. I can say that McBucket, Skylar, Tarasi, Shamika, um, Angel, Camilla hasn't come out with anything. It guys, when you research the mental health in the WNBA, you will be shocked the amount of players that have come out and spoke out. Kelsey Plum is another one. Kelsey Plum dealt with a lot, and they actually, Under Armour actually came out with a shoe
Right, I saw that.
for mental health.
But listen, but
So
they did. But the difference is, ADP, is that they didn't get kicked out the league. I mean, they didn't get kind of blackballed. You know, they was allowed to kind of still play.
well, you know what?
You know,
Because they don't have a Jeff P. Jeff P had an agenda. When and he had an agenda, and that's not allegedly, that's what we saw, that's what he put out there, that's what we saw it with our own eyes. That's not something, we just saying that he did, that he didn't do. He played a
yeah,
major role.
he did,
You know
he
what I'm saying?
did.
He
He was
told us,
sneaky. But see,
yeah.
why did the other general managers listen to Jeff P? I mean, why didn't they just say,
We
you know
don't know
what,
what
to
they
hell
be
with him?
talking about. That's the thing,
Right.
we never know what they're saying behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't they be like, oh, well, he the coach? They probably like, he's the coach of the team, he would know, different stuff. People
In real
believe.
life, think about it. Think about
Come
it. In
on.
real life, would you want somebody to? Okay, anybody can say in real life a job. This is a job, right? So let's treat it like a job. So I get into a conflict with the manager, and I get fired, or they just let me go. whatever. And I can't get another job because that manager has some kind of negative. Come on, as an adult, I don't care. Look, I want to hear from the horse. I don't want to hear from the man. Even though we might be friends, I'm not gonna listen to you about somebody else. I'm not gonna, what I mean. I don't think people should do that.
Thank you,
Because
Keisha.
I don't know.
But
I
that's
don't
the Miss D. That's the world we live in.
I know.
It's money over
Hey,
people.
Keisha.
It's so much money over people. They could care
All right.
less whether it's true or false. Oh, he said it. Let's just go with it. We ain't got time to investigate nothing. You know what I'm saying? They
And plus,
talk.
the other incidents that happen, but we don't know other. I know. Well, like I said, even
It
though
don't.
I don't
Other
know. I don't
incidents.
know. But
Other
because still
incidents.
that'll make her bad. I mean, she didn't get opportunity. I don't
That's
know.
all right. She ain't done. She
Oh
got
no.
Look,
She ain't done.
she not finished writing her story. Man can't control what God got for you. People put limits on you. You do one mistake, the world wants you to
And she was.
penalize you
Deron
forever.
Taurasi be doing some crazy
many-
stuff, and she got to leave. But that's not white tea.
Yeah,
That's
that
YT.
too. And then how many times in life have we made mistakes and stuff that people don't see that we've overcome? We got
Exactly.
It's like you want to set limits on somebody else's life, but not set limits on your own. Be for real.
Exactly.
Yes, we do have to be accountable for our actions and stuff.
Exactly.
Some actions we didn't even know we were doing, or we couldn't control.
Exactly.
God, okay,
I don't want that.
Okay, I still got you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna teach you the right way to go. You know what I'm saying? So for when it comes to Kennedy, sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to get a hit like that so you can come back stronger, come back different. Make them eat all those words.
I think
it's all in due times. Whether I'm still young, guys. I must say.
You're still young, of course.
Yeah, I'm still young. I must say. My birthday is and I'm still young. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still learning as a parent.
We always learn. We never stop learning.
You never stop learning. And when you think you better than anybody else or you know better, it's always somebody that knows more. This is where that teacher will have to come in. Yes, I have friends. Let me tell you, I have close people that love me. I have my close family that love me. I have, different people that love me. But I cannot have someone in my life that's going to say all peaches and cream. No, if I'm doing something, hit me with that 10. You know what I'm saying? Break it down of why
exactly.
You feel this way, but it's a certain way. It's not what you say, it's how you say it that people gravitate to it. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm doing something wrong, now Alicia, you be like, you shouldn't have said that. Well, I really shouldn't have said it, but I know I said it. I know it was coming. Just like the other day, guys. I was waiting for Kason or whatever to come out of his appointment, his speech or whatever. The lady comes out, guys. When it's hot outside and stuff like that, you get irritated and you don't have time for nobody talking what you already know. So she gets out there, Miss D. She was like, "Oh my gosh, it's so hot out here, girl. Do you think we don't know it's hot out here? Clearly, it's hot out here. You just don't have no time for that." And my cousin was on the phone. She was like, Be nice. I said, "Oh yeah, let me get back to normal." Let me get back to normal. You just don't have time for that. So, we live and we learn. We know what it was with Ken Dog. When her return, when she returns, she'll be ready. But because she learned some stuff, she really know how it is now. She may not act like she know or talk about it, but hey, it is what it is.
But Donna C said the league just picks and choose players. Yeah, it is very political. They pick and choose players they want to elevate, and others get left in the shadows. If they really were about mental health and healing, Kennedy would still be in the league. Yep, hypocrites. Yep, definitely.
Yeah, because I don't want to see. Please don't print. I would not buy that shirt. Please don't print. No space for hate. Okay.
Yeah, right. And then they still got the fever. You know what? I don't care what nobody's. Fever fans was making monkey sounds and not what you call those sounds they said he was making? That was monkey sounds.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. that they know what's going on. This is what I'm saying. This is where accountability come in.
They care about money. They don't care about they don't care about the players.
But watch, change is coming, guys. Watch what I tell you, because when you start messing with somebody's mental health, you know they start taking that to court. You know you can, you know what I'm saying? They put that in court cases. You know, like far as like, you know, something happened, somebody killed somebody or something happened to someone, they put that in the court case. You can get in trouble for that kind of stuff. So you got to be very careful what you say, how you say it. You sitting up here advertising this stuff, but you're condoning it. You're condoning it. You're advertising, oh, we not this, or we not that, but you're condoning it. Don't give me no piece of paper. Don't give me no I have a dream speech if you're not going to do anything. And this is what makes this league so crazy. This league could be phenomenal, but from the head to down, it's off the chain with the bullying, with the mental health. Look what they started doing with the games this year. You got 5 games on one day. For what? What are you guys trying to do? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull? Come on there. And then you got some days you don't have no game. Like,
exactly, it's weird. Or some days you have one game. You got one game, then you go to 5 games. You go 5 games, it goes 0 games. And then look, I bought the league pass, and what's the point of having a league pass if you're gonna have it all over everywhere?
I got the league pass, I got Prime.
See, and you know, that's too much.
She'll tell us, she'll be like, when she start up, because I'll be like, I can't find it, and Keisha be like, it's on, you know, this certain channel and stuff like that. So what are you guys doing? We're paying for this, and we can't even half watch the games and stuff like that. Like, this is why I say, this is why I be like, for me, I'd be like trying to be members of all the channels. I'll pay for members of all the channels before I pay for something on this TV, because it don't make no sense. You still ain't getting the time in. I got too much stuff to do to even watch my Murder, She Wrote and stuff, guys. I'll be on the Full Court Trio all the time, or I'll be on Players Club. I don't even have time for my shows, because, you know, that's what you do. You support or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, it's crazy. We can't watch our games like that.
I know, like, I just have to get it. And then sometimes it says it's not in your area. I'm like, really?
Yeah, that's what it says that here too. And I'm like, look, Prime, you 12. No, who's 12? League pass for me is $12.99. Prime is I forgot how much Prime is, because my daughter now pay for the Prime or whatever, and I just do the league pass.
Well, I got it for my phone, so I got it. You know, I'm paying for.
Yeah, that's what they got. What do they got? Is it AT&T? Yep. They got like yeah, they pay through their phone, so they get it through that plan or whatever and stuff like that. Yeah, my Boost Mobile, they don't have.
They say they got rid of Spoon. Alan Lewis said they got rid of Spoon and Carter for no reason other than to make them look good. What did they do in the sky? Nothing but ball out, and locker room argument is not that bad to be fired. What did they do? Yeah,
right.
And then all 504 said Angel had a mental block in the beginning of the season due to CC in Indiana. Well, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, man, that's true. We saw that with our own eyes. That ain't something we just making up. That's facts, AL.
All right.
I don't think I got that one, Al. I might need to go back and check. But look, I can't watch the games anyway. Let me just do $12.99.
I got a 35 for a year. But if they keep messing around, I'm about to cancel mine. Ain't worth it. It's not worth it.
Because you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't watch the game. And then what I love about now I can say this, guys, when I go on the Players Club and I be watching the play-by-play, this is why the Players Club, Keisha play-by-play, is gonna be on that TV screen one day. She gonna have an app for that channel, because their play-by-play be more it'd be so good, and the game be so boring sometimes, especially when you had those games where it's 20 and 20-point lead or whatever the case may be. You be sitting here like you need some fire and stuff. And right, then when the commentators come up
the
there,
ball and the jokes with a broke claw the ball.
The commentators and stuff, they don't do that.
The commentators a mess. And
they crazy. Broke claw, all them, they are.
Unfortunately, they gotta be all tight. Yes, in the game, even they can be like that. It's so corny. Yeah, it's so corny. That's why I was kind of upset with Unrivaled, because they try to be just loosen up Unrivaled. Y'all could be goofy. Be a little goofy.
I love when Lisa Leslie in the Prince Vanilla
okay.
guy.
She was okay.
I loved
kind of corny.
I loved it.
No, I like Lisa Leslie, but she need to kind of loosen up a little bit. That's what I'm saying.
I love that. No, I like when Lisa Leslie called the games and French Vanilla, whatever his name was. I like when they called the games because I mean it was just it gave you more inspiration, gave you more like energy.
Inspiration. But I like a little. I'm a little silly, so I like a little silliness.
Yeah, we didn't get. Look, we got to take. We got them because the other ones they were kind of shady a little bit. I ain't calling no names. Call it what you look. Come at me you want to, but they were a little shady when they were commenting on games. That's why I would love when Lisa and the French Vanilla guy would call it or whatever. But yeah, the commentators, they don't do that. The commentators, they don't do none of that kind of stuff. They call the games blah, blah, blah. Oh, she got this me bounce. Girl, how many times you make me bounce? You standing there, put some to it, make a rap, make something, do some noise.
You know what? Like, remember, he used to tickle me, and he used to call it. I like when Mark Jackson say, "Mama, they go that man." Remember that? They used to tickle me. When Mark Jackson like, "Mama," every time somebody do a I hate that bang. That's so corny. Bang. Every time somebody shoot a shot. But I like when a player do something real good and Mark Jackson be like, "Mama, they go that man."
Yeah, you need something like
you need a catchphrase.
Yeah, you need catchphrases instead of being so serious. Like this team, look at the fever. Boy, did she get that ball? Like, come on, like you gotta. We want some funny. We want some energy up in there. Okay, AL said, what do you think about Lisa Leslie being at the Chicago game? Furthermore, do you see the Chicago's owner talking to her? Yeah, we saw all that. All I know, AL, change is coming. I would love for her to if that's what she wants, to be a part of, it would really be nice, But those type of things, AL, don't happen too often. There's a reason for everything. It's like this. We see the receipts. We see everything going on. Follow the path. Just like we could pick up when Pinocchio, when Pinocchio did he went from Teaspoon to Kennedy. He tried Angel, but it backfired. Camilla and Mick. Those are all the ones that were they really loved Teaspoon. He was starting the pattern. He was using the same pattern with all of them. If you notice, laid the receipts out. Same thing. The only thing this time it just backfired. So AL, to answer your question, we would love that for Chicago, Sky. And I do not think that was by accident. I do not think they just all of a sudden was at the game talking. I believe they haven't. It's like, okay, I'm gonna say allegedly, they done had some conversations, and I'm gonna be at the game. You coming, Lisa? You know what I mean? That's right. The way I know it.
Right. It ain't I don't think she's gonna come there just to be the coach. I think
it's something going. It's something.
Hopefully, she could be the general manager. Oh, please.
It's something like K-Sap said. K-Sap said it's going to come out. K-Sap be on it. Y'all don't be listening to K-Sap now, but it's something with that. It's something coming. I'm telling you.
Hey, man. I'm sorry. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, man. Yeah, we've been up here for a minute. Look, you need to get anything out, man. Get it out because we got our games tonight. We got Keisha calling the play-by-play with Dallas and with Chicago. So
yeah, it'll be nice. I'm gonna watch
it out. How you feeling today? We on a Good Friday. Hey, if somebody says something to you, call me. I get them. I'm just messing.
It says Seattle commentators are too shady. Alan says Seattle commentators are too shady. That's funny.
All of them, Alan, all of them be acting up. They be so bored. I be like, oh my gosh, like give me some flavor. That's why I be like, I tell y'all, I be watching that play-by-play with Keisha now.
Right, I turned on the commentators and I just listen to Keisha. And I watched the game and I listen to Keisha while watching the game.
Well, Keisha and Broclot is twins. Them two is twins right there.
They crack me up. They mess me up. But Duvall be a mess. He be getting himself in trouble all the time. That Duvall.
Yeah, Duvall. He stay in trouble. He don't care though. He stay in trouble. He almost is like he said, okay, if the atmosphere quiet now, I'm going to put this out here so I can get in trouble again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I was messing with him the other day. I had to send a super chat. I was like, he got bad when people was messing up his name, and I was like, Duvall. He was like, stop. He said something silly. Well, it's so many stuff he says silly. I forget. No, let me stop.
Yeah, but that's where it comes with people working together and you have a balance. Everybody's not gonna be the same. Everybody's not gonna come off the same.
Right, that's true. Look, you
You
said
know,
AL
and
said she
that's
loved the ball,
but everybody is loving the game
and
of basketball. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes he got to get in timeout. You know, sometimes he got to get in timeout, and that's
yep, the
okay.
Sky gonna win, man. Yep, the Sky.
Yeah, we're winning tonight.
Yeah, we winning. Well, yeah. Don't mess it up, Coach Whispers, Coach Marshmallow. Don't mess it up. If he don't, if we stay out the way.
AL5, look, 504. You love the ball. Is it because he be having all that honey angel on his chest? You better not.
Oh no, not Jason Whitlock.
You better not say nothing about Angel. He can say something about Angel, but you can't.
All right.
I know Unc don't like him. Unc be snapping, but you know, bro. One thing about you know what I'm saying, guys, Bro Clyde, he's real, man. Like I'm gonna tell you, he went one day and went to my channel. He liked, when I say he liked everything, he took the time out of his day to like everything on my channel. If that ain't support, I don't know what it is. Like all of them, but you know, hey, Sports 263, all of them, Keisha, you know, her and boy, Keisha sent me this thing, guys. She want me to draw. Boy, it's gonna be a masterpiece when I start working on it. But just for them to say, hey, you know, you got this talent, you should be able to do the coloring books, you should be able to do this. Hey, ADP, I'm gonna show you. Thank you for showing me KSAP, you know, how to do the StreamYard and stuff. ADP, stop overthinking. And then here go L, no time like now. I said, dang, you know, L be shooting like bang bang, like,
she do.
Like, no, I like the present. I'm like, but L, I'm gonna wait 2 weeks. I'm gonna do this. No, you need to start doing it. In case I say, hey, ADP, you know, you start doing your stuff little by little. Don't worry about no big video. Start out small and then move up until you get comfortable and stuff like that. And you know, just everybody to me in that community, even with Brooklyn and all of them, they play a part in helping me to be like, because someday, you know, with this streaming and stuff and with this you know, getting your stuff out there, this is work, guys. This is like sometimes you be like, I may not want to do this anymore, but for me, it's funny, I'm a nurturing and I love, but I'm not a person that gives up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very teachable in fighting and stuff like that. So this is how we come together. This is how we able to branch out, and this is how we support. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love. That we have that support and that we come together or whatever. And we're gonna win this game, like Van said, tonight, guys. And I hope you were able to get everything out that you needed to get out before we start going on the play-by-play. I'm supposed to be making my salmon cakes because Salmon Cake Friday, that's what I'm making.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And I'm gonna put some what you need, honey? Oh, you got it? Okay, you can get your Whoppers. Okay.
Aw.
Yeah, you know they know when grocery time come. They come and get all that little favorites. I gotta put stuff up. Yeah, you be like, you got this open, and this open. You
That's
know,
what kids are. Yeah.
He doing a very good job, like or whatever and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna make some salmon cakes and some rice and throw.
That sounds good.
Yeah, just something quick and easy with coconut
fried
oil.
Rice.
Coconut oil is good. We got the rice cooker, Miss D.
Oh, okay.
Oh, don't let big girl hear me say rice cooker. She be like, "Girl, you got a pot.
Not
you
fried
don't need
rice. Not fried rice. Fried. You know, the fried corn. Yeah.
Yeah, big girl. I'm gonna add some flour. I put some flour on my salmon cake and the eggs and all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot that. I was like, why am I you know, because I love chicken.
Hot sauce.
Oh, I never tried coconut rice, but my daughter loved coconut rice.
I never tried it. I don't think I ever tried it, have I? I'm not sure.
But yeah, I'm waiting for Keisha to send me some of that Louisiana food, boy. Her and big girl.
Only thing with Louisiana food, I just start eating fish, but I don't like I like fried fish. I like baked fish, but as long as it ain't no like crab or I'm not into all that. I don't know why. Like the seafood boil, I'm not a seafood boil person.
You from New Orleans too, AL? Boy. Okay. I just
504,
like
right. She got 504 her yep.
But when I tell them to when I my one of my family members was stationed in Kansas, and one of my friends, they were from New Orleans, and they cooked that gumbo. Only thing I have to say is I cannot be crying when I eat. Boy, your mouth be on fire.
It's
It's
too
crazy. Your
spicy.
mouth be on fire, but it be so good.
Be spicy.
It's real spicy,
Ooh.
and your face all be red. You be got to get the tissue, blow your nose and stuff, but it be good. It be good. You know what I'm saying?
You
So,
eat it with tears in your eyes.
yeah, that's just like my Nigerian friend. I had to tell her when we were teaching and stuff like that. She used to cook dishes from Nigeria. I'd be like, look, don't when you make my
Go
curry,
Dallas.
don't put all the spices in there. Oh, Dallas playing now? Oh, what time it is? 6 there. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to the South Carolina ASU game. Oh no, don't put too much cayenne peppers in there, girl.
It's gonna
Oh
be a good
Lord,
game.
my
I
mouth.
can't wait. Ooh, I can't wait. Look, I can't wait. I want to watch that game. Man,
Well, South
you know,
Carolina
Keisha,
LSU.
Keisha gonna be I'm a South Carolina Gamecock, and she's of course a Tiger.
Her
Yeah,
and Big Girl, do not play. They do not
yeah.
play about their Tigers and
Even though
stuff.
I'm not from South Carolina, right?
They don't play about their football team. You know, it was so funny when let me tell you, it was so funny when they were talking when Bro Cloud was cracking jokes on their Saints and stuff. And then the next day, next time they came on, Keisha kept muting him because he was acting up with her team. So they do not play. They 10 toes down for their team.
Look, she said her tongue is numb to the spices.
Man, I bet, AL. That's good.
I can eat spice, but then you have to use the bathroom. Oh my god! Woo! It's too much of mouth burning. Something else we burning.
I just cooked me some rice, sausage, and stir fry. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Oh,
that sounds good, Alan.
Then
That sounds so
graduated
good.
to African peppers.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Why you mad, Jonathan? I'm mad that CC got hurt. I was looking forward to CC versus Paige matchup. Jonathan,
Sorry,
you know
Jonathan.
what? Guys, you know what she waiting on? July 1st, which is my daughter's birthday. I said, why you got to be all up on her birthday? July 1st is when they play the Minnesota Lynx for the Commissioner's Cup. What do y'all think?
And she gonna get crushed at the end.
No. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that?
ADP, she gonna get crushed. The end.
But I'm saying, this is what y'all got to read between the lines and follow the receipts. They posted that after she. So you already know. Okay, we're gonna need you at your best. So we're gonna need you to get some rest.
You just drop bars. I need you at your best, so get some rest. What you say? How you say it?
I need you to do your best, so you got to get some rest.
There you go, bars.
Man, right after, I kid you not, right after, I didn't see it before. I could be wrong. If they were showing who was gonna play before, then my bad. But right after they said that, Van, it popped up on my socials, July 1st, that they were playing for that Commissioner's Cup. So, you know, yeah, gumbo's tight. Turn it down, Momoki. What you need?
Maybe it's not gumbo, but I want my gumbo with no seafood. You just keep the seafood. Make a different type of gumbo. I don't like that.
Yeah. Okay, go to the mommy's room and eat those. Yeah. So, see, I love this, guys. I love that. Hey, we can talk about the food. You know, I hope all of you guys had a great Friday, a great week. You know what I'm saying? Some things we can't control, but guess what? Hearing a kind word and telling somebody a kind word is the best thing.
Right, she's ducking it. She ducking it. She don't want the battle of the white tees.
Yes, Van,
look,
right.
ADP, she don't want the battle of the white tees. She afraid of the battle of the white tees. That's what she afraid of.
Yeah, because right. Because it was coming. It was coming tonight in the game. It was coming in tonight's game.
Who is the according to the WNBA? Who is the better white tee? Is it Paige or Cece? And she ducked it to I'm just playing.
They shall meet again, and we're gonna see what
Oh,
happens.
we're gonna
But
see that Paige is better all around.
we
So
already, but see, that's the thing. We already know. But I was
right,
saying,
I know what you're saying.
I kept saying, and remember I told you, Miss D, the border crowd, well, people gonna get tired. I already said that,
Uh-huh.
and I keep saying that. And that's the thing. She has a complete game. That is the difference, big girl. I believe that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can run.
Oh,
Look,
she gonna fake that. She gonna
you can
fake that
run
smoke,
from that
Donna.
smoke, Donna, but you can't hide from it, Donna.
Right.
You're gonna be able to hide from that smoke. I don't.
Nope.
Because
Exactly.
everybody gonna catch on every time. This is what they're gonna be saying. Every time something big comes, something always wrong. You think people ain't not gonna pick up on that? So
Exactly.
it's nothing else you could flip. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you, your doctors or whoever you have examining you, whatever, they can say whatever they want.
Facts, Van. Facts. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. This is what I go by, like when people put people in a leadership or put them on a high pedestal when they haven't even earned it or achieved it. You got to be very careful about doing that. You know what I'm saying? You can have a good player, but to put them on a MVP level, let them earn it first. Let all of them earn it. Angel, CC, pay all of them. Let them earn that. Instead of like, oh, this person is MVP ready.
She ain't even top 10. CC.
They are the biggest, bigger than Dream Team, the biggest NIL out of college. I know. They stay mad for
Exactly.
they stay mad for no reason.
And then now CC gonna have to compete with she's coming another year and a half.
I'm gonna have to put a joke in there. She said, "Watch how she balls." But she said, "Watch how she balls out in the Commissioner Cup game. They keep resting her. She gonna ball out, all right. Ball out them turnovers. That was
exactly.
If all jokes aside, if she doesn't play like a team player, and they need her to do that, then it doesn't matter who goes on that team.
Exactly.
It's gonna have to be a team effort.
Well, we noticed that the Fever played better with AB and Kelsey. And that's so sad. You supposed to be the star, right?
The difference is Paige can create her own shot as CC needs screens.
Exactly.
Yeah. They starting to see it now. They starting to see.
She already been exposed. She
has, but she really, for the W, she really got it. And
well, you know what it is? She's been exposed, but she has people. She has the Clarkies, and they delusional. They like what Bro Claw say?
They can't hide that.
He said they Delulu. Don't he say that, Bro Claw?
But they can't hide that. They can't hide that. On what's going on with her. Thank you, Sports 263. Because look, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm more on the nurturing side, and I want to know the players' mental and kind of who they are. Before I say, "Oh, that's my player," or I'm putting this player on my player list and stuff like that. I'm very like a heart person. You know what I'm saying? Not saying the rest of my boys in my community, like not saying KSAP never or not. They just have a knack for calling play-by-plays and calling the stats and all that kind of stuff, calling it for what it is. Look, I see the stats, guys, but I don't know them like that. But I do the eye test. So for me, when I'm on Keisha and them show, when I'm on KSAP show, I'm learning. I'm taking notes and I'm learning so that I could get better when I come up here and talk about certain things, or I'll go research something that KSAP or Keisha or Bro Claude say, you know what I'm saying, and then put it into perspective as mental loving or whatever the case may be. Yes, really? Hot diggity dog. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Elle is gonna be so
All
happy
right,
for it.
I'm happy.
She
Yay!
probably already posted it. Oh
She
my
probably
gosh,
did.
that's
And guess
so
what his name
great.
is? Juju Reese, like Juju
Thank
Watkins.
you.
Yeah,
Yes,
go
God
ahead.
is good. God is good. Look
Yes.
at that, guys. When we come together, we found out great stuff.
All
I'm
right.
the fan, and he's gonna do good too.
Be
Lord.
Will, hey Be Will.
Okay, go sit with your ring toss. What do you want? What you want, Mamu? You tell me, I'll fix it. What you want?
Oh, look at this pop.
You want to sit? Come here. You want to say hi? You want to say hi, friends?
Hi, friend.
Hi.
Okay. Come here. Say hi. Say hi, friends.
Hi.
How you doing?
Yeah. He gonna be look, he gonna be running around here game time. That's fine though. Let him run. Let him get all that energy out. Look. But I'm so glad. I am so glad. Now I got to draw him too.
I'm happy for him. That's good.
Yeah, you know what, Van? It just took when Elle asked that question, I was like, he gonna get it. I don't know what day I said, but he gonna get it. He's gonna get picked up. It's just something you just know. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it was given to him. He worked for it. His skill shows for it. It's not because his sister already in one league. It just shows. Look at that mama. That's a remarkable mama right there.
It is. And guess what? You know what? You know where they get it from? You remember that song? They get it for their mama. Because you know what? Angel Reese Sr., she was a good rebounder just like Angel is.
Yeah.
So she got it from Angel. I mean, Angel Sr.
Yeah, this is just awesome. Like,
I'm happy for him.
Yeah, and see, this is what we need. We're getting the good news or whatever. You know what I'm saying? After going through so much with our team, so we need to keep uplifting each other. We need to keep uplifting these players. Keep critiquing them, and you know what I'm saying, and just come together to break down everything so everybody understand what's going on. Who is that, Kylan? Yeah. Okay, I'm on the line.
Mama.
But I'm getting ready to get off. I'll make some salmon cakes or whatever. No, that was Horace. Yeah. Their family is fighting generational curses. They are fighting. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to tell you have to change the story. AL, I'm gonna get on that testimony on one day too on my live. But you have to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like just grow in the teaching, how you teach your children. It's just that foundation. The foundation means everything. Or whatever. I don't know what he do with this thing. But thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Miss D, for coming on the panel.
Thank you for inviting me on the panel and let me share that live with you. You know.
Yeah, Miss D. You know, anytime you guys want to come up.
Thank you, chat.
Yeah, the chat been good, and anytime you guys want to come up, that's fine. We'll love to have you. But I gotta fix my salmon cakes, guys, with my rice and stuff. I don't know. I may throw some little broccoli with it and make me some cookies and stuff. Game night is game night. I'll be going.
So I have a question. And when you leave, how do I leave? You know, my live.
I don't know.
I don't want to run.
Go into your I guess when I click off, it should click off. If not, when are you coming to the first game? Are you coming to the Players Club?
Yep.
Okay. So when I'm gonna I'll ask KSAP now. And I'll put it down. It
should leave when you leave. Okay, I guess.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm thinking so.
Okay.
Oh, Donna say. Let me see what Donna say. What a family that prays together, stays together. Great show. Let's go, Sky. Yes,
That's
guys.
Right.
Guys, make sure you hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe. If you want to donate to the channel, my Cash App and Venmo is at the bottom. But guys, let's get ready to go and let's get ready to root for our team tonight.
Yes, go Sky.
Oh, okay. Miss D. Will said B Will said just exit StreamYard. That should be a bottom. There
said,
should be a
right.
button.
The
Okay,
leave.
so
Right,
you'll be
okay.
good after that. So now you know how to get out. Yes, Black excellence. Yes, Alan,
Yes.
say it again. That's what we doing. Look, we stronger together than we are apart. Remember that. Okay, guys, I
All
will see
right.
you on the next one, and let's get ready to do watch these games tonight. Okay,
Have a good night.
Everybody be
I'll see
safe.
you at the Players Club. Everybody go to the
Okay.
Players Club.
All right,
bye-bye.
yes, watch the Players Club tonight, guys.